The 2004 5-cent Louisiana Purchase coin is one of those pieces of modern American coinage that carries a story far larger than its small size suggests. When collectors look at this coin, they see more than copper-nickel metal. They see a moment in history being preserved for future generations, a reminder of a decision that radically reshaped the United States. This coin was issued as part of the Westward Journey Nickel series, a short but meaningful program created to honor the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition and the events that surrounded it. The Louisiana Purchase itself, completed in 1803 under President Thomas Jefferson, instantly doubled the size of the nation and opened the gateway for exploration, trade, settlement, and the eventual formation of many modern states. Capturing that significance in a circulating coin was a challenge, yet the mint produced a design that speaks clearly and powerfully to that moment. The reverse of the coin features a simple but bold map showing the outline of the United States at the time, with the enormous Louisiana Territory highlighted. In the center sits the inscription that tells the story plainly. When someone holds the coin, the map immediately draws attention because it visually communicates just how massive the purchase was. It reminds collectors and everyday users alike of the scope of that land transfer from France to the United States. The map design is one of the reasons this particular nickel quickly became popular among collectors, even though millions were minted. People appreciated that the coin did not rely on symbolic imagery alone, but instead used a clear historical representation to connect the past with the present. The design choice helped the coin stand out from earlier and later issues, giving it a distinct identity in the series. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson remains, although this version shows him in a more classical style than the later forward-facing design introduced in 2005. Jefferson's presence on the coin reinforces his central role in negotiating and approving the Louisiana Purchase. His determination, political strategy, and vision for the nation paved the way for exploration that would soon be carried out by Lewis and Clark. Every element of the coin's design works together to tell the story of ambition and expansion, fitting perfectly with the larger theme of America's journey toward the West. For collectors, a coin's appeal often depends on a combination of history, design, condition, and personal sentiment. This nickel holds a unique place because it marks a turning point not only in American territorial growth, but also in the evolution of modern coin programs. Even though it is not an ancient coin or a rare early minting, it represents a moment when the United States Mint intentionally brought history into everyday circulation. People who received the coin in their change in 2004 might not have realized they were touching a commemorative piece, but over time, many learned to appreciate what it symbolized. That blend of accessibility and meaning is part of what gives the coin lasting appeal. Collectors also value it because it is tied to a limited series. The Westward Journey nickels were minted only for 2 years, making them a brief departure from the long-running Jefferson design. Each of the designs in the series carries a different story, but the Louisiana Purchase issue is often seen as the foundation of the set because the purchase itself enabled every event that the later designs commemorate. Whether someone collects the entire series or focuses on individual pieces, this nickel stands out as a key starting point. Another reason the coin remains interesting is that it represents a transitional era in American numismatics. Around this time, the Mint began experimenting with more frequent design changes for circulating coins, something that had not been common for decades. Programs like the State Quarters and later the America the Beautiful series showed that the public enjoyed seeing fresh designs, and the Louisiana Purchase nickel fits into that larger movement. For many modern collectors, this coin marks a shift toward more creative and historically grounded U.S. coinage. When evaluating or showcasing this coin, it is important to remember that its numismatic value varies based on condition and rarity of specific mint states. Most circulated examples are common, but well-preserved or high-grade pieces carry greater value due to collector demand. Even though it is a relatively recent coin, it has already developed a dedicated following. People enjoy collecting it not simply for investment, but because of the narrative it carries. A coin that can tell a story is often more memorable than one that is merely old. This nickel brings history, design, and symbolism together in a way that sparks curiosity. Ultimately, what makes the 2004 Louisiana Purchase nickel truly compelling is the combination of its historical significance and the personal connection it creates. When someone holds it, they hold a reminder of a national decision that shaped everything from geography to culture. It is a coin that invites reflection on how the country expanded, who made that expansion possible, and how those choices continue to influence the present. A piece like this becomes more than a collectible. It becomes a miniature monument to a pivotal chapter in American history, preserved in metal and passed from hand to hand. For collectors who appreciate meaning, craftsmanship, and the stories embedded in everyday objects, this coin remains an impressive and meaningful addition. And for those who seek a rare and exceptional example, the price for this piece is $100,000.